We're going to work on the do channel exercise. This is the last one for our Basic 8 series. This exercise very heavily deals with the low back. So if you have low back issues, please, please, please feel free to modify. That's true with all of the exercises, but with this particular exercise, it can be strenuous on the low back. So as we're practicing it, if you need to take little breaks, or if you need to modify, please do. I'll go over some of the modifications that I found help with me if my back is feeling a little extra tender or unhappy. But you are more than welcome to use the mind intent and visualize the exercise as well if you want to try and modify further. So first what we're going to do is open up. It's going to be a little wider than hip width, shoulder width apart. You want a wider stance because that's going to help you with stability. You don't want so wide that you're straining. And this exercise will have the feet moving occasionally, so you may find that similar to the heart and small intestine exercise and the kidney urinary bladder exercise, you might find that your feet start to travel further out. If they do, don't hesitate to bring them back in to where it's more comfortable, because once again, you don't want to strain. So our feet are parallel to start, a little wider than hip width, shoulder width apart, and then we're simply going to reach forward. Now you're going to reach forward with a flat back, okay? Your back is going to be nice and flat, and that's going to help with the stability as well as protecting the low back. And your hands are down, loosely grasping a chi ball. So once again for the back, you don't want to be arched and you don't want to be rounded, okay? You want a nice, flat, neutral spine. Then from here, we're going to take the left foot and turn the toes towards, say, the left wall or window or whatever it may happen to be. But the feet, the toes are simply going to pivot by bringing the toes up, and then the toes are going to point towards that left wall. And then you're going to bend this supporting knee, lunge, and I'm going to actually leave the arms alone for a minute. Lunge, and then turn the torso to the left. I'm simplifying a lot for the beginning of this. So let's do that once again. You're leaning over with a nice flat neutral spine, taking the left toes, turning, and then swinging the torso to the left and up so that the torso is facing the left. And the knee is bent not too far forward over those toes, about, I'm guessing, what, straight over the ankle or over the foot. Okay, so we don't want it straight. We don't want it way too bent. We want a nice, relaxed, bent, strong stance. And then we're simply going to sweep down with the torso. And then as we come back to the start, pivoting those toes to the left. And you guessed it, right toes are now pivoting to the right wall, bending the knee, trying to get that knee to track over the foot so it's not crashing in, it's not crashing out, and it's not going too far forward over the feet. And then the torso is swaying up to the right. And then coming back to the start, so we take our torso down, repositioning the foot, repositioning the left foot, and then coming up, down, left foot, right foot, up, down, right foot, we're back in neutral. Let's go ahead and add in the arms. So we're lightly grasping our chi ball. The left toes point over, we're reaching up. Now my left knee and left hand are both closest to one another. So one of the common mistakes is to switch. You want the left and the left together, and then the right on top. And then we're simply going to swing down, reposition, switch, and we're coming up. Once again, that right back of the hand is closest to the right thigh. Coming down and up, coming down and up, coming down. And then let's go ahead and relax for a moment. So that's the basic exercise. Fairly simple, right? We're simply swinging from the left and then to the right. Now here's where it gets a little more complicated, is with the breath work, okay? You may notice that the breath work in the basic 8 is a little more exciting than the breath work in the golden 8. What you're gonna do is you're gonna inhale as you go to the left, exhale fully as you go to the right, and then inhale to the left, exhale to the right, and that's how you're going to continue doing the exercise. So you want to move as quickly as is comfortable for you. Important things, once again, protect the back, protect the knees. Don't feel like you're running out of air, but still go as slowly as you can to really allow the breath to move within the torso and throughout the exercise. Okay. So we're in our starting stance. The feet are parallel, the back is neutral. We're inhaling as we guide our chi ball up to the left. Exhaling as we guide our chi ball to the right. Inhaling as we guide to the left. Exhaling to the right. Start playing around with it on your own. And the next time you get to the center, go ahead and release and close. We're not done quite yet. I'm going to go over some more chatty things about modifications and little tweaks. So modifications, the simplest modification, I guess the simplest modification is to do that mind intent, mind visualization. So you don't even have to move, and this is true with all of the exercises. If for whatever reason, let's say you're not feeling well one day and really getting up and doing the physicality of the exercises is just a no-go for you, you can still sit in the chair. Once again, you want to get that neutral sitting. So you'd want your feet to be parallel and flat on the floor. You would want your back to be in a neutral position. And you'd want everything to be nice. In a happy world, you want everything to be nice and relaxed. And then in this way, as you're doing the visualization, your channels are open evenly. So that's why I would not suggest doing it, say, cross-legged if you can help it. And you can go through the exercises mentally, still activating the breath and the mind intent, and that will do a lot to work on the channels. So that's option A, if your back is really unhappy with you that day. If it's not as unhappy, simply just don't go over as far, right? You don't have to go all the way down. You can come up, and that will still activate, once again, that sacral area and the Mingmen area, which is in this low back area. Okay, so you don't have to fall as far forward. You can do this exercise in a more relaxed manner, still getting quite all the benefit of the exercise. The next thing, and then I will stop chatting so much, is that when you're doing the exercise, sometimes there's a tendency to take the arms and lock the elbows and kind of be more of like the old school zombie, right? Don't be an old school zombie with the straight arms. You want the arms relaxed. So not scooch too close to you. You do want a nice wide space, and you want a nice wide space between the hands, the palms. You want to be holding your chi ball, not like the old school zombie and all tense. You want to lightly hold it and guide it from side to side. Okay? Your chi ball is your friend. And you want to gently guide it from side to side. I've told you, I think, before that I think about the chi ball a little bit like a marshmallow, because I like marshmallows. You don't want to squish the marshmallow. You want to guide it from side to side. Or cotton candy. Or if you want to stay away from the sugar, like a nice happy white cloud, or I don't know, your chi ball, happiness, whatever that might be. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this exercise 5 times on each side. We're opening up, coming down, inhaling, and exhaling. In, and out. Going at your own pace. The breath is what's controlling the ascension and descending elements. And more appropriately, the breath is controlling that left to right. Remember, left is more yang in this tradition, right is more yin. So left is more full, right is more empty. We're apparently doing more than 5. Allowing the breath to guide you all the way to the left. And then exhaling all the way to the right. One more time on each side. We're going to meet in the middle. Coming up, releasing, and closing. So, I somewhat misspoke before. The breath, always inhaling to the left, and then descending, exhaling to the right. Okay? Bringing the palms to the lower dantian. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing the chi to gather, settle, and store within the lower dantian. Allowing the body and mind to relax. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, questions? Hi, I'm so sorry, Henry.
Hey, no problem. Just want to chime in real quick on an additional modification for that exercise. So your breath, classically, it is inhale to the left, exhale to the right, okay? But we're not going to ostracize you or kick you out of the group. If you want to slow down your breath a little bit more, which means you can go inhale as you go up to the left, exhale down to the middle. All right, and then inhale up to the right, exhale down the middle. So that's gonna allow you to slow your pace down a little bit. And for those of you who may find this exercise a little bit too fast paced, a little bit too challenging the way that it's done, you're welcome to break up the breath so that you can basically add an additional breath so that you're not going all the way through with the inhale and then all the way through the exhale. That is how it's classically done though. But for the sake of Qigong and your practice, and all these different modifications are totally okay. We want to make sure that, you're able to do these exercises comfortably, but with the goal of, trying to do it the classical way at some point. But, some days you just want to do it just a little bit slower down. And I also do it myself sometimes. So where, if I want a slower paced exercise, that's okay.